You're listening to Alex Manners on the Solihull Radio Children's Show. Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to my live Solihull Radio Children's Show. I'm Alex Manners and I'll be with you right up until 10 a.m. this morning with lots and lots of fantastic things to get you moving and grooving for the rest of your weekend and the rest of the summer that lays before us. So, what have I got coming up on my show today? Well, I've got lots and lots of fantastic songs to get you moving and grooving and jumping and jiving. I've got some excerpts from some old children's shows. You can join Rainbow Man on another wonderful, wonderful adventure. And I'll be reading you some fascinating stories for you all to relax, sit back and listen to. So, all and much, much, much more coming up right here on my live Solihull Radio Children's Show right up until 10 a.m. this morning. And don't forget, if you have any birthday messages or you'd like to request me to play one of your favourite children's or Disney or nursery rhyme songs, then you can do so by sending in your birthday messages or your requests to studio@solihullradio.com. That's emailing those in to studio@solihullradio.com. Or, alternatively, you could send your messages in via text. So that's starting your message with studio, then your message to 82228. That's studio, then your message to 82228. And I look forward to reading all of your birthday messages and all the wonderful songs that you would like me to play. And last week I had a request to play a Winnie the Pooh song. And what I will do is I will play that song today on my show, and I will play it right at the end, so it will be the last thing that I will play. And you never know, I may even play it twice, because let me tell you, it's a really, really brilliant song. And today, it's really, really sunny, and it's meant to get up to about 20 or 22 degrees. So, if you're going outside today, remember to wear your sun hats and to put lots of sun cream on, because we don't want anyone to get burnt in the sun. But whatever it is you're doing, have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And what old children's shows am I going to be playing excerpts from today? Well, here are the two theme songs for those shows, and they are called Spot and The Shoe People. So, see if any of you remember the theme songs for Spot and The Shoe People. Here we go.
Here he comes with a giggle and a hop, running so fast that he just can't stop. Hello, Spot, Spot, hello.
Hello, Spot.
Happy little puppy, always on the go. Hello, Spot. Wait for me, I want to come along and see the things you see. Every time you're skipping down the street, think about the shoes upon your feet. Today it's a magic world when your toes uncurl. Shoe people, shoe people, shoe people. Shoe people. Between you and the ground, when you want to dance or simply run around, there's some friends down there to take you everywhere. Shoo people, shoo people, shoo people.
Yes, those are the two shows I'm going to be playing excerpts from on my show today. And when I was younger, I used to love pirates. So, to get us moving and grooving and ready for the rest of my show today, I thought I would start off with a song all about pirates. And this one is from Sohan Cayley's new album, Let's Natch, and it's called The Bangra Pirates.
Me hearties! I'd be Captain J. Sparrow, Bangra Pirate of the Caribbean. I've got my shipmates, Captain Layla of the Bolly Roger and Polly Pirate. Are you ready to join the crew, me lily livers and lovers? So ajo mere naan and bring your roti and dal.
The Bangra Pirates, dancing and always sweating. Shiver me timber! Pirates, the Bangra Pirates, dancing and always sweating.
I'm J. Sparrow. Living in a ship can get real dirty. No clean water and not even a bar of soap.
I'm Smelly, and I got a big belly. I stay on my ship when I don't watch telly. Pirate on my shoulder, got a bad odor. Rum in my tum, and I never do yoga. I'm in the sea, across the Caribbean, taking over land, and I never ever mean. My sword and my shield to protect my face. We have to live on for the pirate race. Pirates, the Bangra Pirates, dancing and always sweating. Shiver me timber! Pirates, the Bangra Pirates, dancing and always sweating. Now I'm a buccaneer pirates. Time to play a swashbuckling game. Climb on board, me hearties, and set sail. Bullet, 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 bullet. Shower, 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 shower. Bullet, 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 bullet. Shower, 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 shower. Now, me hearties, let's scrub the decks. Are you ready? Scrub, 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 hurry-pa, scrub, 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 hurry-pa, scrub, 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 hurry-pa, scrub, 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 hurry-pa. Are you ready to climb the rigging, everybody? Let's shiver me timbers. Here we go. Now, let's steer the ship. But which way shall we go? Land ahoy, hoy, hoy, hoy. Out to sea, hee, hee, hee. Land ahoy, hoy, hoy, hoy. Out to sea, hee, hee, hee. Captain on deck, hi, hi, hi. Walk the plank, bullet, bullet. Captain on deck, hi, hi, hi. Walk the plank, bye, bye, bye. Pirates, the Bangra Pirates, dancing and always sweating. Shiver me timber. Pirates, the Bangra Pirates, dancing and always sweating.
I've got a story to read for you now. And this story, well, I had two stories to choose from, and they were Mr. Men stories, and they were Mr. Skinny and Mr. Wrong. But I thought I would read Mr. Skinny for you. So if you're all sitting nice and comfortably, then I shall begin with reading this Mr. Men story, Mr. Skinny, by Roger Hargreaves. Mr. Skinny was extraordinarily thin, painfully thin. If he turned sideways, you could hardly see him at all. And what made it even worse was that he lived in a place called Fatland. Yes, Fatland. As you can very well imagine, everything and everybody in Fatland was as fat as could be. Not stout, fat. Fatland dogs were extremely fat. Fatland worms were extraordinarily fat. Fatland birds were exceedingly fat. And you should see a Fatland elephant. Phew! And there, in the middle of all this fatness, lived Mr. Skinny, in the thinnest house you've ever seen. Poor Mr. Skinny, he didn't like being so different from everything and everybody. But there wasn't very much he could do about it. You see, he hardly had any appetite at all. A Mr. Skinny meal was a very meagre affair. Do you know what he had for breakfast? 1 cornflake. And for lunch, 1 baked bean. And for tea, nothing. And for supper, the world's smallest sausage. And after that, he felt so full, he went straight to bed. In his long, thin bed, in his long, thin bedroom, in his long, thin house, in Fatland. Oh, I do wish I could do something about my appetite, he sighed to himself just before he went to sleep. I think, he thought, that I had better go and see the doctor about it, and he went to sleep. The following morning was lovely. A large, fat sun shone down on the fat, green trees, and the fat, yellow flowers, and through them walked Mr. Skinny on his way to see the doctor. Dr. Plump. Come in, he wheezed as Mr. Skinny knocked on the door. Sit down, he wheezed as Mr. Skinny entered. And what, he wheezed, putting his plump fingers together, seems to be the trouble? It's my appetite, explained Mr. Skinny. I'd like to be able to eat more, so that I can put on a little weight. Yes, you are rather, how shall I put it, thin, wheezed the doctor, looking at him over his glasses. I know, he continued. Let's start the treatment right now. He licked his lips. This very moment, he added. And he opened a drawer in his desk and took out an enormous cream cake. He put it on the desk in front of him and opened another drawer and took out 6 doughnuts and put them on the desk in front of him, and opened another drawer and took out 12 currant buns and put them on the desk in front of him. 11s, he explained. But it's only 10 o'clock, said Mr. Skinny. Who's counting? Wheezed Dr. Plump. And without further ado, he and Mr. Skinny ate the lot. Mr. Skinny ate a dab of cream, a doughnut crumb, and 1 currant. Dr. Plump ate the rest. Wheezed Dr. Plump, popping the last currant bun into his mouth, and looking at Mr. Skinny. I see, he said, what you mean about your appetite. He thought for a moment. Only one thing for it, he wheezed. This calls for drastic measures, and he picked up the telephone in his podgy fingers and dialed a number. "100 miles away. The telephone rang. Brr, 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 brr. Hello, said a voice. Do you know whose voice it was? Mr. Greedy speaking, said the voice. Mr. Greedy listened to what Dr. Plump had to say. You'd like a Mr. Skinny to come and stay, he said. To build up his appetite, he added. Delighted, he agreed. And so, Mr. Skinny went to stay with Mr. Greedy. He stayed for a month. And during that time, Mr. Greedy did manage to increase Mr. Skinny's appetite. And so, at the end of the month, Mr. Skinny returned home. Happy. with a tummy. A tummy was something Mr. Skinny had always wanted. I never knew I had it in me, he chuckled to himself. He was feeling so proud of his tummy, he decided to call in and see Dr. Plump on his way home. I say, wheezed Dr. Plump, looking him up and down. Congratulations. Tell you what, he went on, this calls for a celebration. And he opened his desk drawer. And that story was Mr. Skinny by Roger Hargreaves. You're listening to Alex Manners on the Solihull Radio Children's Show.
Strike up the band, there is no work today. Hang out the flags, pack up your bags, it's a play day. Hooray! We're gonna dance for a mile today. Run, jump, or walk for a smile today. Strike up the band for a play day away. Jump on the bus, it's here for us, there is no work. Hey! Get up, get out, it's a brand new day. Raining or shining, we don't care, we're out to play. Sail out on the blue, climb a hill for a view. Run down to town, have a look around. We're here, there, everywhere, look over here. Dance if you dare. Come to the fair. Come on, let's have a show today. Step out in style, give a smile for me, and shout hooray! Strike up the band, there is no work today. Hang out the flags, pack up your bags, it's a play day. Hooray! Strike up the band for a play day away. Jump on the bus, it's here for us, there is no work. Hey! Get out, it's a brand new day. Raining or shining, we don't care, we're out to play. On the blue, climb a hill for a view. Run down to town, have a look around. We're here, there, everywhere, look over here. Dance if you dare. Come to the fair. Come on, let's have a show today. Step out in style, give a smile for me, and shout hooray! Take a trip on a train, fly up high in an aeroplane, give each crowd a little name. Down to the ground, we'll run all around. We're here, there, everywhere, we're over here. It's a play day. Hooray!
That was the song Strike Up the Band from one of the shows that I used to watch when I was a child called Balamory. And Balamory was filmed right here in the UK on one of the islands off the coast of Scotland. And they used to have very, very colourful houses. And my favourite house was the yellow house because it was so bright and colourful. Now I've got the first excerpt of one of those children's shows that I'm going to be playing for you today. And the excerpt is from the show called The Shoe People. And it's called From Russia with Snow. So I hope you all enjoy listening to this excerpt from The Shoe People called Russia with Snow. Here we go, boys and girls.
It's the height of summer, and Shoetown is basking in glorious sunshine. In fact, baking might be a more appropriate word.
Goodness gracious!
Some of the shoe people are out amusing themselves in the park,
Goo 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 goo. Ga ga ga. Goo goo ga ga ga.
while others attempt to keep themselves cool in any way possible. Tum-ti-tum-ti-tum-ti-tum-ti-tum. Tum-ti-tum-ti-tum-ti-tum-ti-tum-tum-tum. Meanwhile, over at Tumbledown House, Trampy isn't doing anything at all. But along with all this lovely weather has come one major problem. Dust. Shoetown is covered with the stuff, as Margot is finding out.
Achoo! Oh dear. All this heat and dust is so bad for the flowers. I do wish it would rain.
And Margot isn't the only one hoping for rain.
Not a drop. Oh well, there's more than one way of getting wet. Here goes nothing. Yippee! Just what I always wanted. A dust bath. Oh, how I hate lovely weather.
Super marvellous, fantastic. Well, there's more music from Laundrette and the Subsuds in just a moment, pop pickers. But first, a quick Fantabuloso weather check. We've had sunny weather for the past week, I know, but now I'm sorry to have to tell you that. Rain's on the way. Yep, rain and lots of it this very afternoon. Bad news for all you sunbathers, I'm afraid.
But terrific news for me! Yippee! Yahoo! Hip hip hooray! At last it's going to rain today. Oh, that makes me feel better. I think I'll go and tell Sasha the good news.
Phew! What a scorcher! It's so hot in this country. Not like in Sasha's native Russia. I wish someone would turn the sun down.
Hello, Sasha, my old mate. How are you settling in?
Niet problem, Wellington, my little bouncing friend. It's nice here. Only thing I don't like is weather. All this heat depresses me.
You and me both. But never mind, 'cause it's going to rain this very afternoon. That should cool things down a bit. And I know it's true, 'cause I heard it on the radio.
They don't mention snow, I suppose. I thought not. No snow. That's what I miss the most. I come from where there is lots of snow. Oh well, us Russians always work when we're depressed. We find it takes our mind off things. So I think I tidy up my house from top to bottom. At least it's cooler in there.
Poor old Sasha. I hate to see him so unhappy. I know. I'll go and see Turampy. If anyone can help old Sasha out, Turampy can. Whee!
What's that?
Watch it, Trampy.
Oh, I might have known. Hello, Wellington.
I'm afraid I've made a bit of a mess of your washing.
Oh, don't worry about that. I've only just started doing it anyway.
Don't give me that, Trampy. You were sleeping.
I was not. My eyes were open. It's just that my eyelids were closed, that's all.
Ha! Pull the other one. Anyway, I need your help.
Really? What's your problem, Wellington?
Well, it's not really my problem. It's Sasha's. He's a bit homesick. He misses all the cold and snow and stuff. And I sort of wondered if you could help. What with you being ever so brainy and all.
Snow, eh? Let me think on it.
Oi, Trampy, don't just sit there daydreaming. Do you and young Wellington fancy going on a swift 50-mile route march? I was intending to take my platoon, but they only got to the end of the road before they started complaining about sore feet.
Sorry, Sergeant Major. Much as we'd like to join you, we've got a bit of a problem to solve.
And what might that be?
It's our new Russian friend, Sasha. He wants it to snow.
Snow? On a beautiful day like today? Well, there's about as much chance of it snowing as my moustache has of going all drippy. Anyway, what about you, Wellington? Fancy a nice little route march, do you?
Oh, Well, I'd love to, Sergeant Major. Only I've got to clean up all this washing powder I've spilt.
That's it, Wellington. Don't you see? All that washing powder. It looks just like snow. If we sprinkle it around Sasha's house, it'll remind him of Russia, and he won't feel so homesick.
Brilliant idea, Trampy.
Hang on a moment. How do we get all this snow over to Sasha's place?
Ahem. There's an old army saying, never volunteer for anything. But seeing I was all in a good cause, may I be so bold as to make a suggestion?
Fire away, Sergeant Major.
It occurs to me that my footsore-feathered friends would much prefer to be flayed. Maybe you could sprinkle the powder from on high. At the very least, it'll give them some sort of exercise.
Another brilliant idea.
Army training, you see, best in the world.
Phew, all this heat. I don't know if I can take much more of this snow.
Surprise, surprise!
Well, Sasha, what do you think?
He's absolutely wonderful. Just like the snow that falls in my homeland. My shoe people friends, I cannot thank you enough. You make me so happy.
No time for tears, Sasha. Come on, let's have some fun. Yippee! Woo! Yes, buddy! Whoop!
That'll teach you to watch where you're going, Wellington.
And that'll teach you to watch where you're standing, Sergeant Major.
Cuckoo! Gaga gaga cuckoo! Well, I never. Snow? In the middle of summer? Whatever next?
Hello, Margot. Hello, baby booty. Welcome to Russia.
What on earth's going on?
Well, you see, Sasha here was feeling a little bit homesick. So we decided to make it snow a little.
And now everything is just like I remember it. It is so wonderful.
Oh, yes, quite. Snow in summer. Who would have thought it?
And it's going to rain next. Yippee!
Always hoping, Wellington?
No, really. They said so on the radio. In fact, they said it would rain right about now.
Flipping marvellous. What's next, Wellington? Sandstorms?
As the rain pours down, it starts to mix with the soap powder. And before you can say bath time,
Bubbles! Millions of lovely wet bubbles! Yippee!
That Wellington's got a screw loose, if you ask me. Oi! You lot up there! Stop sprinkling soap powder this instant!
sorry about this, Sasha.
Yet problem, Trampy. It was nice while it lasted.
Meanwhile, the foam is spreading out all over Shoetown.
I say, whatever's going on? At 4:30 p.m., police station covered in bubbles. 4:31 p.m., tries to find exit. 4:31 p.m. and 3 seconds, walked into wall.
Within a few minutes, Shoetown is completely buried under a whole mass of bubbles.
We seem to have a bit of a disaster in our hands.
Well, I don't think it's all that bad. Look at it this way. Shoetown's getting a good cleaning, and I'm getting my washing done into the bag.
Oh, so that's all right then. We're all but drowned in soap suds, but Trampy's tablecloths are clean.
Look, the sun's come out.
Oh, the bubbles are vanishing.
And as the foam slowly disappears, a brand new super clean Shoetown is revealed.
Well, well, well. Now that's a distinct improvement, I must say.
Thank goodness that's over. I was beginning to get distinctly soggy.
You're not the only one. Check out Sergeant Major's moustache.
Hey, what?
Well, well. What was that you said earlier, Sergeant Major?
Something about your moustache never going droopy?
Well, I suppose you think this is funny.
Yep, very.
I suppose you could say, I watched it, and now I can't do a thing with it.
Shoo people. Shoo people. Shoo people. Shoo people.
You're listening to Alex Manners on the Solihull Radio Children's Show. And here is a Disney song, and this one is called Colours of the Wind from Pocahontas.
You think I'm an ignorant savage, and you've been so many places, I guess it must be so. But still I cannot see if the savage one is me. How can there be so much that you don't know? You don't know. You think you own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. You think the only people who are the people who look and think like you. But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew, you never knew. Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon, or ask the grinning bobcat why he grinned? Can you sing with all the voices of the mountain? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Can you paint with all the colors of the Run the hidden pine trails of the forest. Come taste the sun-sweet berries of the earth. Come roll in all the riches all around you, and for once never wonder what they're worth. The rainstorm and the river are my brothers. The heron and the otter are my friends, and we are all connected to each other. In a circle, in a hoop that never ends. How high does the sycamore grow? If you cut it down, then you'll never know. And you'll never hear the moon cry to the blue corn moon, or whether we are white or copper skinned. We need to sing with all the voices of the mountain. Paint with all the colors of the wind. You can own the earth, and still all you'll own is earth, until you can paint with all the colors of the wind.
The time now is 8:34, and are you ready to go on today's adventure with Rainbow Man and his friends Giddy Gordon, Grumpy Doug, and Awesome Alex? Well, today you will be visiting the Parkridge Nature Centre in Bruton Park with Rainbow Man and exploring all the wonderful wildlife that they have at the Nature Centre. So, if you're ready, then you can zoom on a colourful adventure with Rainbow Man and his friends to the Parkridge Nature Centre. Here we go. Let's go zooming with Rainbow Man. He is here, he is there, Rainbow Man is everywhere. Seek him here, seek him there, see him in his rainbow chair. Hello, Rainbow Man. Can you remember where you are going for today's adventure? Rainbow Man stands up and points his finger in the air. Then he sits down. You will be visiting the Parkridge Nature Centre today. That is managed by the Warwickshire Wildlife Trust. Rainbow Man remembers seeing the Parkridge Nature Centre on his last adventure when he visited Malvern Park and Bruton Park in Solihull. That's right, Rainbow Man. The Parkridge Nature Centre is in Bruton Park, which you visited last week. Rainbow Man starts smiling and waves both his arms in the air. You look very excited there, Rainbow Man. Rainbow Man nods his head. Right, time for an adventure. Off we go. Rainbow Man zooms up in his chair and starts swirling around with lots of colourful swirls. Swirling here, swirling there, Rainbow Man goes everywhere. Rainbow Man appears in Bruton Park. You have arrived in Bruton Park, Rainbow Man, which is in the centre of Solihull. Rainbow Man can see the big lake where he was feeding the ducks with Giddy Gordon. I wonder if he will see Giddy Gordon or Grumpy Doug today. Rainbow Man shrugs his shoulders. Come on, Rainbow Man, let's go and visit the Parkridge Nature Centre. Rainbow Man walks over to the Parkridge Nature Centre and starts to walk past it. Wait, Rainbow Man, you nearly walked past the Nature Centre. Shall we go inside? Rainbow Man starts to cheer. Woohoo! You are in the shop and Dragonfly tea rooms now, Rainbow Man. The Nature Centre is out the back. I wonder if you will see any of the birds, ducks, or trees that they have. Rainbow Man walks through the Dragonfly tea room and out to the Nature Centre. You are now in the Nature Centre, Rainbow Man. Can you see the sign in front of you? Rainbow Man nods his head. Well, if you go and have a look at it, you can decide where you would like to go first. Rainbow Man goes over to the sign and has a long, hard think about where he would like to go first. He finds it very difficult to make his mind up, but decides that he would like to go and visit the Malvern Pool first. What a good idea! Maybe you will see Giddy Gordon again. As Rainbow Man walks over to the Malvern Pool, he spots Giddy Gordon near to the Arboretum. Look over there, Rainbow Man. Giddy Gordon is in the Arboretum, sitting on a big wooden chair. It looks like he is pretending to be king of the forest. Rainbow Man thinks Giddy Gordon is funny. He is very funny, isn't he? Rainbow Man goes over to Giddy Gordon to say hello. Hello, Giddy Gordon. What are you doing? Giddy Gordon tells Rainbow Man that he found all these logs set out like a campfire with this big chair, and that he was pretending to be king of the forest. He shows Rainbow Man the sun that has been carved into the back of the chair. That is a very interesting chair, Giddy Gordon. Giddy Gordon agrees. Rainbow Man asks Giddy Gordon if he has had a look at the Arboretum. Giddy Gordon does not know what an Arboretum is. Well, an Arboretum is a garden devoted to trees. In this Arboretum, we have giant redwood trees from America, ironwood trees from the Middle East, handkerchief trees, and some fine mature oak trees. Shall we go and visit the Malvern Pool now? We got a bit distracted by Giddy Gordon and all the wonderful trees. Rainbow Man waves goodbye to Giddy Gordon, and Giddy Gordon waves back. Over at the Malvern Pool, Rainbow Man can't believe his eyes. You look a bit shocked, Rainbow Man. Rainbow Man can't believe that the Malvern Pool is so big. Yes, it's a very big pool. We did not know it was here, as you can't see it from Bruton Park. It is almost as big as the big lake in Bruton Park. Rainbow Man decides to have a walk around the Malvern Pool. Can you see any ducks, Rainbow Man? Rainbow Man shakes his head. Okay, we will have to keep looking for them. As Rainbow Man finishes walking around the Malvern Pool, he goes back over to the sign to decide where to go next. Have you decided where you want to go next, Rainbow Man? Rainbow Man points at the geology trail on the sign. That does sound interesting. Do you know what the word geology means? Rainbow Man thinks he knows the answer to this. You are nearly right, Rainbow Man. Geology is the science devoted to the study of the Earth, particularly the solid Earth and the rocks. I wonder if we will find anything out about the area we are in now. So, off Rainbow Man goes, past the Dragonfly tea room and shop, and past the play area, until he reaches the geology trail. Who's that, Rainbow Man? Rainbow Man goes over to see who it is. It's Grumpy Doug. Hello, Grumpy Doug. Grumpy Doug tells Rainbow Man to keep the noise down, as he is trying to read all about the rocks, castles, and nature reserves from the information boards. Sorry, Grumpy Doug. We will try and be a bit less noisy. You look like you are enjoying reading all of the different facts. Grumpy Doug turns round and nods his head. Grumpy Doug likes reading facts and finding out things, Rainbow Man. However, I think he prefers to read books and magazines. Rainbow Man starts to cheer. Woohoo! He likes reading books as well. Why don't you ask Grumpy Doug if he has found out any interesting facts about our local area? Rainbow Man goes over to Grumpy Doug to see if he has found out any interesting things. Grumpy Doug tells Rainbow Man a very interesting fact about how 600 million years ago the area of Warwickshire was deep under the sea, where volcanic islands were erupting. Wow, that is older than your grandparents, Rainbow Man. Have you found anything else out, Grumpy Doug? Grumpy Doug points to a fact on one of the boards. Shall I read it, Grumpy Doug? Grumpy Doug nods his head. St. Alfred's Church in Solihull was built in the 13th century. Note the different building techniques employed in different aged parts of the building. That means that the church was built over many years. I did not know that, did you, Rainbow Man? Rainbow Man shakes his head. Rainbow Man waves goodbye to Grumpy Doug, and Grumpy Doug waves back. Well, that's all for today. It's now time to go. Colourful swirls appear, and Rainbow Man starts swirling around with them. Swirling here, swirling there, Rainbow Man goes everywhere. Rainbow Man appears back at home in his rainbow chair. Did you enjoy yourself today at the Parkridge Nature Centre? Rainbow Man starts to cheer. Woohoo! Well, so did I, Rainbow Man. I wonder where you will go on your adventure next time, Rainbow Man. Rainbow Man shrugs his shoulders. Well, goodbye, Rainbow Man. See you next time. What kind of song can you sing in a car? A cartoon. You're listening to Alex Manners on the Solihull Radio Children's Show. And here are two more wonderful, wonderful Disney songs to get you jumping and jiving.
It's a world of laughter, a world of cheers. It's a world of hopes and a world of fears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. 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 It's a small, small
of summer and sun and all things hot.
Really? I'm guessing you don't have much experience with heat.
Nope. But sometimes I like to close my eyes and imagine what it'd be like when summer does come. Bees will buzz, kids will blow dandelion fuzz, and I'll be doing whatever snow does in summer. I drink in my hand, my snow up against the burning sand, probably getting gorgeously tanned in summer. I'll finally see a summer breeze blow away a winter storm, and find out what happens to solid water when it gets warm. And I can't wait to see what my buddies all think of me. Just imagine how much cooler I'll be in summer. Da-da-da-do. Ah-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-boo. The hot and the cold are both so intense. Put them together, it just makes sense. Ra-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-do. Winter's a good time to stay in and cuddle, but put me in summer and I'll be a happy snowman. When life gets rough, I like to hold on to my dream of relaxing in the summer sun, just letting off steam. Oh, the sky will be blue, and you guys will be there too, when I finally do what frozen things do in summer.
I'm gonna tell him.
Don't you dare.
In summer.
Do any of you know who was singing that song there? Well, it was a song from the film Frozen, and it was Olaf who was singing that song. And Olaf is a snowman in Frozen, and he is one of my favourite Disney characters, and I even have a photo of him on the back of my phone on my phone case. Well, what is going on in our local area that we can go and join in with over the next few weeks? Well, at John Lewis in Touchwood, they have some summer fun parties, and there is a summer fun unicorn party on the 30th of July till the 1st of August from 10 a.m. till 11 a.m. Tickets cost £15 per child and include a gift and a picnic bag. Staying with the Solihull theme, in Solihull there is an Ad Ambara and Zim story on Saturday, August the 10th. The whimsical show tells the Indian story of an elephant and a mouse. Through enchanting puppetry and storytelling, we see how the two creatures learn to live side by side in harmony, and how the tiny mice helped the elephants to survive, featuring Adambara, our roaring elephant, and Zim, our gentle mouse. There will be two 20-minute acts formed in Mel Square, right next to Costa, at 11 a.m. and 12 p.m, and then there'll be another two 20-minute acts in Theatre Square in Touchwood at 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. So that is an Adambara and Zim story on Saturday, August the 10th. So if you like stories all about animals, then that might be something that you can go and watch. Then, at the Core Theatre on Tuesday, July the 23rd, and Wednesday, July the 24th, there is an Elmer the Patchwork Elephant Show. Elmer the Patchwork Elephant Show tells the tale of an elephant that stands out, both with his patchwork colours and his sense of humour, but who ultimately realises it's his unique characteristics that his friends truly value. And Elmer the Patchwork Elephant is very, very colourful, just like Rainbow Man and his friends. Then, down at our favourite farm, Hatton Adventure World, they have their great summer adventure starting yesterday from the 20th of July and running through until the 1st of September. And there'll be lots of wonderful things going on, from foam parties and sports day races to water wars, laser combat, grand national sheep races, aerial birds of display shows, and lots of wonderful, wonderful things like that for you to go and join in over the next few days and few weeks, all in and around Solihull over the summer. Well, if that all sounds exciting, then here is another exciting thing, and it's a song called We Got This Together from the My Little Pony film.
show them what you've got. It's time to go and get things done. But you don't have to do it on your own, 'cause you've got friends right here to make it fun. We got this. You got this. We got this together. Sometimes the pressure gets you down and the clouds are dark and gray. Just kick them off and let the sun shine through. And scary as it seems, more help is on the way, 'cause friends have friends that wanna help out too. We got this. You got this. We got this together. It's a festival of friendship, and we can get it done. A festival that they won't forget. A party to be proud of did things and fun. Just to live and see a happy day in perfect harmony. You got this. We got this together. With friends and family, you are never alone. If you need help, we've got your back. You can be honest, let your problems be known, 'cause you got us to pick up the slack. We got this.
Yup.
We got this together. Pay attention to the details. Every jam even spaced. Make the colors perfect. Taking one or two to taste. Inside and out, beautiful throughout. Generosity is what we're all about. You got this. We got this together. Today needs to be perfect. It all comes down to me. I don't know if I'm ready for all the things they need me to be. I am the princess of friendship, but that is more than just a crown. It's a promise to bring ponies together and never let any pony down. We got an awful lot to bake. Each pony needs a piece of cake. Oh wait, there's something better we can do. We're gonna need some more supplies to make a really big surprise. She'll be so shocked, she's sure to love it too. You got this. We got this together. It's a festival of friendship. Together we are one. A day we will never forget. And now everything is ready. So when the day is done, the weather, the banquet, the style, the music, all will be in perfect harmony.
That was a song from My Little Pony, the movie, and I have not, unfortunately, not seen that movie, but if you've seen it, then I hope you really enjoyed listening to it, and maybe you even remembered that song called We Got This Together. And I might even play you some more songs from loads and loads of different fun children's movies later on and throughout the rest of my show. And the time now is 8:55, and we've still got just over an hour of fun, fascinating and fabulous things to play for you all across the show. And now Spot is going to school in another excerpt from one of those children's shows, so you can join Spot on his adventures to school right now, right here on my live Solihull Radio Children's Show, and this is Spot Goes to School. Spot the dog.
Here he comes with a giggle and a hop, running so fast that he just can't stop. Hello, Spot, Spot, hello.
Hello, Spot.
Happy little puppy, always on the go. Hello, Spot, wait for me. I want to come along and see the things you see.
Said Spot. Ruff! Spot was going to school with Sally. It was his first day. Good morning, Miss Bear, said Sally. Good morning, said Miss Bear. Welcome to our school, Spot. Come on in. Bye, Mum, said Spot. Spot was a little shy at first. Then he recognised some friends. Ah, look! Hello, Spot, said Helen. You can sit with us if you like. Goody, said Spot. Oh, I nearly forgot. Ruff! Hey, Spot, called Tom. Come and play with us. Steve and I are playing dressing up. Hello, Spot, said Steve. We're having lots of fun. Come inside and get a hat. What shall I be? Said Spot. A sailor or a hunter? Ruff! No, a cowboy. No, this one. Look at Claire, said Spot. What lovely bricks, Claire. Yes, said Claire. Can you build them up? Yes, said Spot. I can build them up. And knock them down again, said Claire. Ruff! Spot, said Miss Bear. Why don't you do some painting with Helen and Tom? Goody, said Spot. Oh! Careful, Spot, said Helen. Careful, Spot, said Tom. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. La 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 la. A little bit of this. This is fun, isn't it, Spot? Said Tom. Yes, it is, said Spot. Going home time? Said Miss Bear. Oh. What, already? Said Spot. How was school, Spot? Said Sally. Oh, that's nice. It was great, Mum, said Spot. Can I go again tomorrow? Ruff!
Goodbye, Spot. Time to go. Such a happy little puppy. We always love you so.
Ruff, ruff.
Spot has had his dinner, but look at these other animals. Do you know what they like to eat? See if you can find which of these things to eat goes with which animal. Who likes to eat acorns? No, I don't think so. Yes, that's right. The squirrel eats acorns. What does a mouse eat? The mouse eats cheese. What about the butterfly? What does that eat? That's right. The butterfly eats nectar from the flower. The caterpillar, what does that eat? That's right. The caterpillar eats the leaf. And what's left? The rabbit eats carrots. Great! You've done the puzzle and found out what the animals like to eat. Well done. See you later.
Why did the teacher wear sunglasses? Because she had such a bright class. You're listening to Alex Manners on the Solihull Radio Children's Show. Are you having fun this morning? Well, I know I am, and because it's very sunny outside, here is a sunny Sunday song, and this one is Justin Fletcher, The Sun Has Got His Hat On, and I know I will have my hat on later when I am in the sun.
The sun has got his hat on, hip 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 hooray! The sun has got his hat on and he's coming out today. Now we'll all be happy, hip 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 hooray! The sun has got his hat on and he's coming out to play. He's been beaming at me, smiling at me too. Now he's coming back to do the same for you. So jump into your swimsuit, hip 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 hooray! The sun has got his hat on and he's coming out today. The sun has got his hat on, hip 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 hooray! The sun has got his hat on and he's coming out today. All the little birds are singing, all the little gnats are stinging, all the little bees in twos and threes, buzzing in the sun all day. Got his hat on, hip 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 hooray! The sun has got his hat on and he's coming out today. Now we'll all be happy, hip 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 hooray! The sun has got his hat on and he's coming out to play. He's been beaming at me, smiling at me too. Now he's coming back to do the same for you. So jump into your swimsuit, hip 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 hooray! The sun has got his hat on and he's coming out to play. All the little boys excited, all the little girls delighted. What a lot of fun for everyone, sitting in the sun all day. The sun has got his hat on, hip 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 hooray! The sun has got his hat on and he's coming out to play. The sun has got his hat on and he's coming out today.
After my show this morning, I am heading into Birmingham and I am making my way to the Edgbaston cricket ground because I'm going to watch a cricket match against the Birmingham Bears and the Leicestershire Foxes. So I know it's going to be very, very sunny, so I'm going to be putting lots of sun cream on and wearing my sun hat. And because I'm going to a cricket match, and some of you have watched England winning the Cricket World Cup last weekend, which was a fantastic achievement for all of the cricket in England. And because of these things, I thought that my 6, or should I say 7, fun, fascinating and fantastic facts today would be all about cricket. So, shall I begin with fun, fascinating and fantastic fact number 1? Well, fun, fascinating and fantastic fact number 1 is there is an opinion that cricket may have been invented during Saxon or Norman times. The first reference to cricket being played as an adult sport was in 1611, and in the same year a dictionary defined cricket as a boys' game. There is also the thought that cricket may have derived from bowls. And fun, fascinating and fantastic cricket fact number 2. The first ever international sporting event was a cricket match between Canada and the United States in New York in 1844. Wow, that's over 160 years ago. And do you know who won? Yes, Canada won the first ever sporting event. And fun, fascinating and fantastic cricket fact number 3. The longest match in the cricket history was played in 1939 in South Africa between South Africa and England. The game lasted for 10 days and remained unfinished. And fun, fascinating and fantastic cricket fact number 4. India is the only country to win the 60 over, 50 over and 20 over World Cup. And those are all the different forms of cricket. Because, unlike football, there is not just one form of cricket. There are many different forms of cricket that last for different lengths of time. And fun, fascinating and fantastic cricket fact number 5. The first ever Cricket World Cup was organised in England in June 1975. And when England won the Cricket World Cup this year, it was the first time that they had ever won it. And fun, fascinating and fantastic cricket fact number 6. The cricket bat is traditionally made from willow wood, specifically from a variety of white willow called cricket bat willow. And for the last fact, fun, fascinating and fantastic cricket fact number 7. Currently, the Melbourne Cricket Ground in Australia is the world's largest cricket stadium in the world and has a total capacity of just over 100,000. 100,024. That is one large stadium, and I think it definitely holds more than the ground in Edgbaston that I will be going to later this afternoon. You're listening to Alex Manners on the Solihull Radio Children's Show. And I am up on my feet, and I hope you are getting up on your feet right now to join in with the conga.
Across the sea, we'll join and make a chain that everyone can do. Come on and do the conga, choo choo choo. A train across the floor, you. Come on and join the conga, do. It's conga night for sure. As you do the conga, make the party stronger. You make the chain much longer. Do the. Across the floor, you. Come on and join the conga, do. It's conga night, do. Come on and do the conga, choo. Train across the floor, you. Come on and join the conga, do. It's conga night for sure, do. Come on and do the conga, choo.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed doing the conga and listening to the excerpt that I played of Spot. And don't forget, if you would like to send in any birthday messages, or you might have a request for one of your favourite children's songs, then you can do so by emailing studio@solihullradio.com. That's studio@solihullradio.com. Or you could text in those birthday messages and song requests to studio plus your message to 82228. That's studio plus your message to 82228. And it's time now for me to read you another story. And I know that this is a Christmas story, but it's a story all about Spot the dog. So even though it's all about Spot's magical Christmas, I thought I would read it for you anyway, because to me, it's Christmas every single day. And this story is called Spot's Magical Christmas by Eric Hill. And I hope you really enjoy listening to this story. It is Christmas Eve, the day before Christmas. Spot is putting a star on the Christmas tree. Oh dear! Spot's mum Sally thinks Spot is too excited. She tells Spot to go and play in the garden. In the garden, Spot sees his dad, Sam, lifting logs into a basket. "I'm coming to help you, Dad," says Spot. Suddenly, Spot and Sam hear a voice. "Excuse me, hello." There are two reindeers looking at them over the fence. "Have you seen a sleigh? A big red sleigh?" asked the reindeer. The reindeer sing a song to Spot, telling him that they have lost Santa's sleigh. Without it, he will not be able to deliver his presents that night. "We don't know what Santa will say when we say that we've lost his sleigh. His sack's full of toys for those good girls and boys, but with no sleigh, there's no Christmas Day." Spot feels sad. He watches the reindeer go off to search for the sleigh in the woods. "Why don't you ask your friends if they have seen the sleigh?" said Sam. So Spot runs to his friend Helen's house. Helen is making Christmas cookies. She says she will help Spot to look for Santa's sleigh. Spot goes to see his friend Tom. Tom is putting up Christmas decorations, but he says he will help Spot look for the sleigh. Then he goes to see his friend Steve. Steve is wrapping up his presents. He says he will help Spot too. "Let's take my little blue sledge with us," says Steve. Spot, Helen, Tom and Steve go out in the snow to look for the sleigh. Spot and Steve ride down the hill on Steve's sledge. "Your sledge is great, Steve," says Spot. "I wish I had one just like it." Then Tom and Helen have a ride on the sledge. While they are gone, Spot and Steve collect a big pile of snowballs. There is an exciting snowball fight. Everyone has fun, but they haven't found Santa's sleigh yet. Spot and Steve have one last ride on the sledge. It goes faster and faster and faster and faster and doesn't stop until it is right amongst the trees. "Look, Steve! Look over there!" shouted Spot. "It's Santa's sleigh." "But it is getting late," says Helen, "and Santa needs his sleigh tonight. Go and ask your dad what to do, Spot." Spot runs back home to his dad. "You must find the reindeer now," says Sam. So Spot follows the reindeer's footprints in the snow until he catches up with them. The reindeer are very happy to hear that Spot has found the sleigh. "Would you like to have a ride in it before we take it back to Santa?" they say. "I will ask Dad," says Spot. "You may go for a ride in Santa's sleigh, Spot," says Sam, "but you mustn't be long." "We'll be no time at all," the reindeer tell Sam. "Come on, Spot, let's go." Spot climbs into the sleigh, and they all set off. As the sleigh comes out of the woods, it rises up into the air. The sky above is very dark and full of stars. The reindeer make the sleigh fly up in a big loop. The stars fall right beside the sleigh. Spot can almost touch it. Then the sleigh flies off towards some mountains and into a cave in the rocks. "It's Santa's workshop," cries Spot as he catches a bouncing ball. Santa's teddy helpers are testing and packing toys. "Happy Christmas," Spot calls to the teddies. And then, Santa appears from a gap in the rocks and waves. Ho, ho, ho! Happy Christmas, Spot! It's time to go home now, say the reindeer. The sleigh flies back over the mountains, through the stars, and comes down at last beside Spot's house. Thank you, reindeer. That was wonderful, say Spot. Indoors, Spot tells his mum and dad all about his adventure. Now you must hang up your Christmas stocking, says Sally. I'll bring Santa's treats. He will be here soon. I know, Mum, says Spot. I think I'll go to bed now. Good night, Spot. Sweet dreams. And in the morning, there is one very special extra present waiting for Spot. And do you know what that extra special present was? It was a blue sleigh, just like Spot's friends. And I hope you enjoyed that story called Spot's Magical Christmas by Eric Hill. You're listening to Alex Manners on the Solihull Radio Children's Show. And now it's time for another Hot Doggity song, and this one is a Mickey Mouse song called Hot Dog.
Hot dog! Hot dog! Hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog. Now we got ears, it's time for cheers. Hot dog, no problem solved. Hot dog, hot diggity dog.
Grab my boots and a sandwich, let's start a parade. Get the coconut drum kit for Daisy to play.
Hot dog, hot diggity dog. We're taking off, we're dancing now. Hot dog, leapfrog, and holy cow. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. It's a brand new day, what you waiting for? Get up, stretch out, stomp on the floor. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. We're splitting the scene, we're full of beans. So long for now from Mickey Mouse. That's me! And the Mickey Mouse Club House.
And here is another song, and this is a Toy Story song from Toy Story 3 called We Belong Together.
Don't you turn your back on me. Don't you walk away. Don't you tell me that I don't care, 'cause I do. Don't you tell me I'm not the one. Don't you tell me I ain't no fun. Just tell me you love me like I love you. You know you do. When we're together, gray skies clear up, and I cheer up to where I'm less depressed. And sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I just can't take it when we're apart. could really talk to you, if I could find a way. I'm not shy, there's a whole lot I want to say. Of course there is. Talk about friendship and loyalty. Talk about how much you mean to me. And I promise to always be by your side whenever you need me. The day I met you was the luckiest day of my life. And I bet you feel the same, at least I hope you do. So don't forget me if the future should take you away, 'cause you'll always be part of me. We belong together. We belong together. Wait and see, it's gonna be this way forever. We belong together. We belong together. Honestly, we'll go on this way forever. You and me.
Well, I hope you enjoyed those funky songs, because I know I was grooving and moving to all of those wonderful, wonderful, funky tunes. And did you enjoy the excerpt that I played earlier of The Shoe People? Well, if you did, then you will love this next one, and this one is an excerpt called Charlie the Pirate. Or should I say, Charlie the Pilot. So, here we go with The Shoe People and Charlie the Pilot.
Tum-ti-tum-ti-tum-ti-tum-ti-tum. Tum-ti-tum-ti-tum-ti-tum, diddly-diddly-pum, dum-ti-dum-tum-pum, dum-ti-diddly-biddly-bum. Watch it, Charlie. What? Who? Whoa! Oh, it's you. Hello, Wellington. Practicing your act, then? Yep. Just keeping my hand in. Hey, look! Oh, Wellington, don't you just wish you could fly? I do. Wouldn't it be great, soaring through the air, without a care in the whole wide world? Oh, what I wouldn't give to be able to fly! Well, I don't know much about flying, but that was a perfect three-point landing. Very funny. You could try flapping your arms next time. That might help a bit, or grow propellers. Propellers? That's it, Wellington. Eh? You've given me a great idea. Come on, let's go and see Sneaker. Okay, if you say so. Now, what am I going to do with this little lot? Only an absolute clown would want to buy this load of Hello, Sneaker. I'd like to buy all that stuff, please. What? Oh, yeah. Yeah, no probs. Good quality stuff here. Perfect for, clowns. There's one born every minute. What's that?
What on earth's going on here?
Watch it, Trampy. Did we wake you?
You could say that, yes.
Sorry. Great, isn't it?
Yes. What is it?
It's an aeroplane, of course. Any fool can see that.
Really? Well, that let me off then. I thought it was a pile of old junk.
It was. Mine. And I don't give refunds.
Do you seriously expect to be able to fly in that contraption, Charlie?
Of course. I'm going to fly right up into the clouds. Whee! All systems go. Ready for takeoff. A-OK. Contact.
You're supposed to switch the engine on first, Charlie.
Engine? Engine? I knew I'd forgotten something. I'm right out of engines, I'm afraid. But I have got this box of large elastic bands. Very large and very springy. Great! We'll tie them all together, attach them to the propeller, wind the propeller round and round.
You're mad, the lot of you.
And then let the propeller go, and whee! Off we go! We? Of course! You're the co-pilot. I was afraid you'd say that.
Lift, right, lift, right, lift. Company! Oh, dismiss! Hello. What's all this then?
It's a plane, actually.
A plane? Oh, an aeroplane? Oh, did you hear that, man? Stupid clown thinks he's a bird. Dear, oh dear. I haven't laughed so much since PC Boots' helmet shrunk.
You'll see, Sergeant Major. You'll see. Just as soon as my co-pilot here has finished winding up the engine, look out. It's off into the wild blue yonder.
Wild blue yonder? Trampy's blackberry bushes is more like it. Hello, Wellington.
Hello, Sergeant Major. Come on, Wellington. Stop messing about. We haven't got all day. Oh. I don't suppose this is a good time to tell you that I'm afraid of heights. Keep your eyes closed, then. Chocks away!
Good luck, boys!
The magnificent clown and his flying machine. I don't think.
All clear for takeoff. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's going backwards.
He must have wound the elastic round the wrong way.
Typical. Stupid clown's got an equally stupid friend.
It works! We're actually flying! But we're going the wrong way! Who cares? This is terrific! Yee-haw! Hey, Wellington, there's a great view from up here. Tell me about it. I wonder what will happen if I pull this. Charlie, What's that noise? Haven't got a clue. Hang on, I'll find out. Hello, anybody there?
Goo-goo! Ga-ga-goo-goo-ga! An aeroplane? Coming down the street? Now don't be silly, baby booty. There aren't any
Ooh, that was close. No more Charlie. Now there's a funny thing. Charlie! I can't see! Don't worry, I'll soon sort this out. Hey, Wellington! Guess what I found? Very funny.
Chum-chi-chum-chi chum-chi-chum-chi-chum. Chum-chi-chum-chi chum-chi-chum-chi-chum. There. A most professional job. Even if I do say so myself. I say, that's a bit much.
We've just given Shoetown Police Station a sacked roof, Charlie. Never mind. I'm sure PC Boo will love it.
Lift, 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 right, lift, lift, lift. Captain! I'm outside! Lift, 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 lift. You irresponsible lot, you. I'll have you on a charge for this. You see if I don't. Disrupting an army parade, it's unheard of. Just you wait till... Ah! That does it. You've gone too far this time, Charlie, me lad. I don't giving you all permission to break ranks.
Charlie, what's the matter? We're running out of power. We'll have to land backwards. No, we can't land backwards. We'll collapse. I know. Unless... Hang on, Wellington. I've got a great idea. I was afraid of that. Look out. They're coming back. There you go, Wellington. A piece of cake, really. Oh. Cool. Never mind. I'll have it all fixed and ready for tomorrow. And then we can do the whole thing all over again. Is that okay with you, Wellington? 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 Wellington! Wellington! Wellington!
Shoo-shoo-shoo-shoo, people. Shoo-shoo-shoo-shoo, people. Shoo-shoo-shoo-shoo, people. Shoo-shoo-shoo-shoo, people. Shoo-shoo-shoo-shoo, people.
You're listening to Alex Manners on the Solihull Radio Children's Show. What kind of jam does a policeman have in his sandwich? A traffic jam. And now I've got some animal sounds to see if any of you can recognise what these sounds are and what animal the sounds come from. So it's a little bit of a game. So if it works well, we can do these kind of games on more of my Solihull Radio children's shows. The time now is 9:36 and we've got just over 20 minutes. So if you're up for a little game, then here you can have a game and try and see if you recognise any of these animal sounds. So shall we play the first animal sound and see if you can guess which animal this sound comes from? Should we play that one again? Have you worked it out yet which animal makes that sound? And I'll give you a clue to make it easier. These sounds are all from animals that live on a farm. And that sound, you're right, that sound was the sound of a cow. Shall we hear it for one last time? Okay, and here is the second sound of a farm animal, and see which farm animal you think this sound comes from. Should we play it again? That's right, it's a duck. And when I recently went to Wales, we visited a WWT Centre, which stands for Wildfowl and Wetland Trust Centre, and they have lots and lots of ducks. So I saw lots and lots of different ducks all making those kind of sounds. And here is another animal sound from an animal that lives on the farm. Ooh, that's a hard one. Would you like a clue? Well, this is an animal that sometimes people like to ride. And here's the sound again. Can you guess what sound it is, boys and girls? Yes, that's the sound of a horse. And some of you may have even rode a horse or been on a horse before in the past. And horse riding is a very, very fun activity. But if you do ever go horse riding, just remember to be a little bit careful, because you don't want to fall off the horse. And here is the fourth sound that we've got today to play for you. And this sound is the sound of a... Well, I know it sounds like my granddad snoring, but shall we play it again? But don't worry, the sound isn't Grandad, it's the sound of a... They are pink, and sometimes they are brown. That's right, it's the sound of a pig. And this is the last sound, and see if any of you can recognize which animal makes this sound. Can you guess? Yes, that is the sound of a farm animal that is white and fluffy, and sometimes we wear jumpers made from their fur. And it is the sound of a... That's right, it's the sound of a sheep. And did you all enjoy that little game that I played with you there? Well, maybe we could play another one of those games a little later, or should I say on one of my upcoming Solihull radio children's shows. And because I played you all those songs of farm animals on a farm, here is Justin Fletcher singing Old MacDonald.
It's Old MacDonald's farm! Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some cows, E-I-E-I-O. With a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And now Old MacDonald has got some sheep on his farm. So get ready everyone to go. Nah. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some sheep, E-I-E-I-O. With a bar here and a bar there, here a bar, there a bar, everywhere a bar, moo-moo here and a moo-moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And now Old MacDonald has got some ducks on his farm. So get ready to do some quacking, everyone. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some ducks, E-I-E-I-O. With a quack quack here and a quack quack there, here a quack, there a quack, everywhere a quack, quack. Baa baa here and a baa baa there. Here a bar, there a bar, everywhere a bar, bar. Moo moo here and a moo moo there. Here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Hey, what's this? Old MacDonald has bought some chickens for his farm. So get ready everyone to go. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some chickens, E-I-E-I-O. With a cluck cluck here and a cluck cluck there. Here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck cluck. Quack quack here and a quack quack there. Here a quack, there a quack, everywhere a quack quack. Bar bar here and a bar bar there. Here a bar, there a bar, everywhere a bar bar. Moo moo here and a moo moo there. Here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I. Oh.
And here is another song all about animals, and this time they are animals from the zoo.
Daddy's taking us to the zoo tomorrow, zoo tomorrow, zoo tomorrow. Daddy's taking us to the zoo tomorrow, and we can stay all day. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you? You can come too, too. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. See the elephant with a long trunk swinging, great big ears and a long trunk swinging, snuffing up peanuts with a long trunk swinging, and we can stay all day. Going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you? You can come too, too. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. See all the monkeys there, scritch, scritch, scratching, jumping all around and scritch, scritch, scratching, hanging by the long tail, scritch, scritch, scratching, and we can stay all day. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you? You can come too, too. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. There's a big black bear and he's half puff a puffin'. His coat's too heavy, he's half puff a puffin'. Don't get too near the half puff a puffin', or you won't stay all day. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you? You can come too, too. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. Seals in the pool all honk, honk, honking, catching the fish and honk, honk, honking. Little tiny seals all honk, honk, honking, and we can stay all day. Going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you? You can come too, too. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. Late all day and I'm getting sleepy, sitting in the car getting sleepy. Home already getting sleepy, 'cause we stayed all day. We've been to the zoo, zoo, zoo. So have you came too, too. We've been
with a plan, so hit the deck, mate, and keep your weather eye open wide. Gangway for me and my mates, 'cause nothing's gonna get in our way. Never say never, no, never, to a Neverland pirate. When you're part of this crew, there's nothing that you can do. Never say never, no, never, to a Neverland pirate. When we pull together, we can weather any weather through. With a map and pirate sword and army make support, we're sailing. When waves are getting rough, with a touch of pixie dust, we're flying. Never say never, no, never to a Neverland pirate. When you're part of this crew, there's nothing that you can't do. Never say never, no, never to a Neverland pirate. When we pull together, we can weather any weather through. Never say never, no, never to a Neverland pirate. When you're part of this crew, there's nothing that you can't do. Never say never, no, never to a Neverland pirate. When we pull together, we can weather any weather through. Never say never, no, never.
Yes, never say never to a Neverland pirate, and that was the song from a show on Disney Junior called Jake and the Neverland Pirates. And when I was younger, I used to really, really like pirates, and for years and years, my whole bedroom was themed on pirates, and I had pirate wallpaper on my walls. I had pictures of boats. I had 2 boats on my walls, 2 little boats, and they had little pirate ornaments and little glass ornaments, and I had a pirate bedding, and my whole room was just decked in all things pirates. And I even had my own little treasure chest money box, and it was such a cool bedroom. And I hope you've enjoyed listening to my wonderful, wonderful show today, because next week I've got another fantastic show to play for you with lots more wonderful, wonderful songs, excerpts from old children's shows, some more stories to read for you, and Rainbow Man will be going on another wonderful, wonderful adventure, and you will be able to join him on his adventures next week. But I won't tell you where he's going, because I will leave that as a surprise. And if you would like to join Rainbow Man again and go on the adventure to the Park Ridge Nature Centre again with him today, then you can do so by heading over to YouTube and going to the Rainbow Man Children's Channel. Yes, that's right, that's going to YouTube and going to the Rainbow Man Children's Channel, where you will be able to listen and go on that adventure again with Rainbow Man and his friends, and all of the other wonderful, wonderful adventures that Rainbow Man, Giddy Gordon, Grumpy Doug, and Awesome Alex have been on, to all the wonderful places across Solihull, Birmingham, and the West Midlands. And don't forget that you can send in your birthday messages for me to read out next week to studio@solihullradio.com. That's studio@solihullradio.com. Or if you prefer to send in those birthday messages via text, you can do so by texting the word studio, then your message to 82228. That's studio, then your message to 82228. And if you would like to read a story on one of my shows, maybe it's your favourite children's story from when you were younger, or maybe it's your favourite Disney story, or story that helps you go to sleep at bedtime, then you can record yourselves reading your favourite children's stories and email the recording through to me on email. That's studio@solihullradio.com. That's studio@solihullradio.com. And I look forward to listening and playing your stories on some of my live children's shows. And before we go, here is the song that was requested last week, and it's a Winnie the Pooh song called Up, Down and Touch the Ground. So if you're listening, I hope you really, really enjoy listening to this Up, Down and Touch the Ground Winnie the Pooh kind of song. Here we go.
Up, down, up, when I up, down, touch the ground, it puts me in the mood. Up, down, touch the ground, in the mood for food. I am stout, round, and I have found, speaking poundage wise, I improve my appetite when I exercise. I am short, fat, and proud of that, and so with all my might, I up, down, and down to my appetite's delight. While I up, down, and touch the ground, I think of things to chew, like honey. With a hefty, happy appetite, I'm a hefty, happy poo.
With a hefty, happy appetite, he's a hefty, happy poo.
Up, down, up. When I up, down, touch the ground, it puts me in the mood. Up, down, touch the ground, in the mood for food. I am stout, round, and I have found, speaking poundage wise, I improve my appetite when I exercise. I am short, fat, and proud of that, and so with all my might, I up, down, and down to my appetite's delight. While I up, down, and touch the ground, I think of things to chew, like honey. With a hefty, happy appetite, I'm a hefty, happy poo.
With a hefty, happy appetite, he's a hefty, happy poo.
Yes, that was Up, Down and Touch the Ground from the Winnie the Pooh and all of his wonderful friends. And can any of you name any of Winnie the Pooh's friends? We have Tigger, we have Piglet, Eeyore, and Eeyore is my favourite Winnie the Pooh character and my all-time favourite Disney character as well. We also have Kanga, Roo, Owl, and Rabbit. So there are some of the Winnie the Pooh characters from those wonderful, wonderful stories and films. And don't forget that here on Solihull Radio, we have lots of wonderful, wonderful, wonderful shows all throughout the week. So if you're not interested in Winnie the Pooh and you're interested in something different, then we have something for everyone here on Solihull Radio all throughout the week. And you can head down to our website, solihullradio.com, to find out more about our wonderful, wonderful shows. And the time now is 9:55, so I've got a few minutes left of my show. So before we go, I will play you the main Winnie the Pooh song from one of the first Winnie the Pooh films, and I hope you all really, really enjoy listening to the original Winnie the Pooh song. Here we go.
Deep in the 100-acre wood, where Christopher Robin plays, you'll find the enchanted neighborhood of Christopher's childhood days. A donkey named Eeyore is his friend, and Kanga and Little Roo. There's Rabbit and Piglet, and there's Owl, but most of all Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, chubby little cubby all stuffed with fluff. He's Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh, willy-nilly silly old bear. Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, chubby little cubby all stuffed with fluff. He's Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh, willy-nilly silly old bear. Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, all stuffed with fluff. He's Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. Really, really silly old bear.
Well, if you've enjoyed playing in the snow with the Shoe People, going to school with Spot, and visiting the Park Ridge Nature Centre with Rainbow Man, then join me again next Sunday for more fun, fascinating and fantastic things that I'll be playing on my Solihull Radio Children's Show. So it's goodbye from me, Alex Manners, and it's goodbye from Rainbow Man. So until next week, have a fantastic week and au revoir! You're listening to Alex Manners on the Solihull Radio Children's Show.